Hi friends, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create a fully hyperlinked digital planner for 2024. This planner has in total 442 pages. It starts with a calendar and then every single day in the calendar is clickable. So I can now click on July 10th. It will go to the July 10th daily page, and then I can also access the weekly planner, and then from the weekly planner I can also click on a day to go to that daily page. So if you now click on 8th, then you go to July 8th. And the planner is fully hyperlinked, and the best part about this tutorial is that you will not have to link any tabs yourself. All the tabs will be auto-linked for you, so you don't have to do any linking at all. And the program will also link all the daily pages to the monthly calendar automatically for you when you export the planner. So you don't have to do any linking in order to get the daily pages connected to the calendars. This will all happen automatically when you export the planner, so let's get started. To run the newest version, always make sure you have Planify Pro running in a new private mode window on Firefox. If you haven't yet, close everything down, close all the windows, then open up a new Firefox browser and then also open it up in a new private mode window and log in again. Once you're logged in, click on Create a New Planner to start a new project. Then now let's go to Layout, Digital Planner. Activate the digital planner background, and next let's choose a different background, maybe something like this, or I'll go with this color called Bellini Blush. And then next, for the spine type, you can choose any spine type you like. I'll go with number 9. And then next, let's bring in the sides, bring in the paper so you have more space for the tabs. And let's increase the inner padding so there is more space between the rings. And now that everything looks good, we can add the tabs. And it's very important that you add the tabs in the beginning so you can auto-link the pages and the tabs while you're working on your planner. For this specific planner, I'll have 8 tabs on the left side and on the right side. So let's add 8 tabs to the left and to the right side, just like this. And next, let's rename the tabs. I will not have an index page for this planner, but I'll start the very first page with a calendar. And then the next will be a January page, February, and then March, April, May, June, July, and then for the right side we have August, September, October, November, December, and then here we have one for to do and then one for notes, and then for the last one let's have it for trackers like this. Next, let me quickly select a new font type for the tabs. I'll just select this one right here called Lovello, which is a simple modern font. And then I also want to make the tabs bigger, so I can do this here on the divider width, make it a tiny bit bigger. For the round corners I choose 3, as well as for the left side. Okay. Now let's quickly check out the tabs again. Now here for the tabs of January, February, all the way down to December, these tabs are categorized for monthly tabs. So these are monthly tabs. However, the word calendar, this would not be a month. This would be considered a text type. So if you have a tab called calendar or index or notes pages, you will have to change the detector to be a text. So then you can also give your page name a name right here, and then it will automatically detect and connect the tabs to that page. This means that on the right side, we also need to change the to-do tab to be a text, the notes a text as well, and tracker also a text. And then all the rest here can be months. So this is how it should look like on your end. Just make sure that any tab that is not a monthly tab is set to detect a text, and then it will automatically link the pages to the correct tab. So now that we have the very first page completed, all the tabs all the tabs are set up correctly. We have all tabs in place. We can now start working on the planner. For the very first page, I want it to be a calendar page. So I can now go to Template, Starter, and then here we have a menu called Starter Yearly, and then here are many different templates for 2024 calendars. So let's insert this one right here, this template right here. We also have one with a Monday start, so maybe I rather choose a Monday start. This one right here in the beginning. Not sure why the image isn't showing, but it would be this template right here. And then next, if you also want to take over the styling of the pre-made templates, you can simply just click on Style, and then it will take over the style from the starter template. If you want, you can also further change the text, the fonts, the colors, and the overall styling, but I will keep it as it is right now. Now let's rename this page to Calendar, so it can be linked to this exact tab right here. Calendar, and you see once I type in Calendar, it now has been linked to page 1. If I add additional letters, it will not find the calendar anymore, so make sure that the calendar is named Calendar so it can be found. Next, let's duplicate the page and let's work on the very first monthly page. Go to Template, then we can go here to Monthly, and here we can insert a monthly template. Maybe let's go with this one right here, which is a simple calendar. It's already set to January 2024, so we don't have to change anything here. If you're creating a calendar or a planner for 2025, then you would change the calendar here to 2025, just like this. But we are creating one for 2024, so I'll set it back to 2024. Okay, so now that we have January in place, we can now click on this button right here below. We have two buttons. One is called duplicate plus change date, and then there is a new button next to it with 3 dots. Now if we click on duplicate plus change date, it will add you a new page, plus it will also change you the calendar to February. However, there is an easier way to create all 12 months, which is to click on this ... and then select how many times you want it to be duplicate plus change date. And you can, for example, type in 11 times, maybe have it set to 1 second, and then click to start duplicating plus changing the dates 11 times. If I now click on it, it will add 11 pages, and it will also change the calendar on it. So let's quickly wait until it has completed. Of course, you can also click on stop at any time if you want to stop the process. Then I also wanted to show you here, there is a menu called wait 1 second, or wait 2 or 4 seconds, or wait just 0.2 seconds. And what this means is that when you now, for example, select 0.2 seconds and you click on duplicate, it will add the pages very fast. So it will wait 0.2 seconds until it creates the next page. If you, for example, now click on 4 seconds, it will now add a page and wait 4 seconds until it makes the next page. Now we have added the time menu here, so you can control yourself on how fast or how slow you want to create your planners. If you, for example, have a slow internet connection, or you have many widgets on your planner, or you have a ton of graphics or patterns, then it might be better if you select maybe 2 seconds, 1 or 2 seconds until it moves on to the next page, rather than running fast. If you have just a simple planner, just like this one here, you can also click on the fastest menu, 0.2 seconds, and there should be enough time for the program to jump to the next page and create all widgets. So whichever time is best depends on your computer. Also, if it's a newer or older computer, you might also need to adjust it here. If you see that when you're creating pages and many pages are blank when you're exporting the planner, it might be better if you maybe select 1.4 seconds or maybe even 1.8 seconds. But if you have a fast computer and good internet connection and the planner is not too complicated, then I think 0.2 seconds would work fine as well. So here I just wanted to explain to you how this menu here works. I have tons of pages here right now. Let me quickly delete all pages and let me start over again. I have now deleted all pages and I'm back at January 2024. Now I'll click again on this ... button down here below. I'll say to apply 11 pages, 0.2 seconds, and then click on Start, Duplicate. And it will now run through the pages and it will now add new pages and also will change the date. So now all the months are completed and you will see that here on the right menu side, it has automatically connected all the tabs to the months. To check if all the tabs are linked correctly, you can also click on February and March and see if it opens up the correct page, which it does. So this is a good practice. Just click and see if it's all linked correctly, which it is. All right. Once you have your monthlies completed, you can now duplicate the page and now work on the weekly pages. So let's go back to Template, Starter, and let's open up a weekly dated page. So let's choose one from the selection here. I think I'll go with this one right here. It's just a simple weekly planner with columns. So let's click on Skeleton. This is how it looks like, and very important now is that you start this planner in January 2024 or any year and month you want your planner to start in. So I'll set the calendar to January 2024, and then very important is it for the date flag to be in the correct day as well. So here the very first one is Monday 1st. In January, then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So this step is very important. If you miss this step and the date flags are incorrect, then the rest of your planner will be incorrect as well. So let's double check. Let's click on every date flag and make sure they are set to the correct page. Okay, everything looks correct. The calendar is correct as well. And now we can click again on this ... button here. And now 1 year has around 52 weekly pages. So we can click here on 52. And I have it set to 0.2 seconds because this planner doesn't have too many widgets. So I should be able to get every page loaded in 0.2 seconds. Okay. Have it apply 52 pages, and now let's click on Duplicate plus Change Date, and it will now automatically add you new pages for every single week in the year, and it will also change you all the dates. And besides this, once you export the planner, all the days in the calendar will also be linked to your weekly pages and to your daily pages. So let's quickly wait until it has created all pages. It now has completed. Let's check the very last page here. The very last page is already in January 2025. Let's see, I am on page 65, the second last page. Here I am on December. It ends December 29th, and then the last page would be almost the beginning of next year. So here is still December 30th, December 31st, and then it goes over to January. Okay, so this would be the weekly pages completed. Next we can duplicate this page, go back to Template, and then here let's insert a daily dated page. And of course you can also create your own pages. You don't have to insert a starter template. I personally just think it's much more easier to work with pre-made templates, but once you insert a template you can also further customize it. I think this template here looks nice. Here I have a date flag, a calendar, priorities, and also a journaling section for morning, afternoon, and evening. And then there also is a schedule. Now next, let's also make sure that for this very first page, it is set in January 2024, the first day in January, and then the calendar also has to be in 2024. So this step is very important. Please make sure the date flag is back at January 1st, 2024, or any year you want to start a planner in, and then the calendar also has to be in 2024 January. Once you have done this, you can now click again on this ... button here. You can select 365 pages, select how fast you want it to create the pages for you, and then you can click on duplicate plus change date. And all you need to do now is wait for it to create all pages, and then also make sure you don't close the window or you don't open up any new window. Just stay on this page here, let it complete everything, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. I would say it will take around maybe 10 minutes. So I will fast forward and I will be back in a bit. Okay, it now has finished creating the daily pages. We are now at 432 pages, and good practice is to just check if they are correct the days. They actually should be correct. There shouldn't be any double pages. Just quickly check if all looks fine. And then we can move on to the to-do, notes, and trackers. So let's go back to the very last page, which is December 31st, and then click on duplicate the page. And then next, let's go to template and let's make a to-do list by going to the starter to-do lists. Maybe let's add this one right here. Okay. And then I don't want the task to show. I just want it to be empty. So I'll remove it here. I'll copy it, and then I'll just simply paste it into all the other fields and widgets like this. And this will be the to-do list page. Now, very important that for this to-do list is that you also name it to do, just like the tab name right here, to do. So make sure you also type in here to do, just like this. And once you do this and you go to layout, you will also see that here it now has found the to-do page and has connected it to this to-do link. Okay, I want to have in total maybe 3 to-do lists. I'll just click on duplicate. All the other pages, they don't need to have any names for the page. Just the very first page has to have the name to do here. Okay, I have 3 to-do pages. Now let's duplicate again, and now let's make the notes pages. I'll just go back to templates, or maybe let me manually do it just for a change. You can click here on edit layout, and then this way we can edit the planner. Oops, like this. We can remove the widgets down here below, and we can create a full layout and insert a grid widget like this. Okay, and then we can copy this, and on the other side we will just remove all the other 3 widgets and extend the bottom one to the top and then paste it in like this. This will be the notes page. So very important again, let's call this one notes, just like this, and let's duplicate it 3 times. Like this, and let's duplicate it again. So next, let's create a tracker page. Name this page tracker, or trackers with an S, just like this. And then in here we can go back to edit layout, and we can insert trackers into these fields like this. So in here, let's go to tracker and insert a habit tracker. Maybe something like this. Less rows. Copy it. Paste it like this. For the other side. Again. And paste it like this. Let's duplicate the tracker page 2 times. So in total we will have 3 tracker pages. And the planner is now completed. Now before we export, let's check if all the tabs are linked to the correct page. We can do that by going under Layout Digital Planner. And here you can click on to which link the tabs are redirected. So you can click here under January to see if it's linking to the January page. And then you can check the next one for February. And so on, and just make sure they are linked to the correct page. On the right side, you can also check if the notes and to-do and trackers are linked correctly. Which they are. Then next we can move to the next step, which is exporting the planner. So go to Save Export, and then here you want to open up the digital menu and then have the following here selected. Now there are 2 things you can do. Either you can just go straight to export, click on Batch Generate PDF and export the planner, or you can also sync all pages before you export the planner. So here we have a new button called Sync All Pages Before Export, and this menu here will show up. Now we highly recommend you to sync all the pages before you export. What it will do is it will go through all the pages, it will resend all the information, and it will make sure that all pages are connected to the correct tabs. So if you can, please try and sync your planner before you export, and once your planner is synced, you can then click on Batch Generate PDF. Now, when you select the Sync All Pages Before Export, you will see this menu here, and there again there is this fast, normal and slow syncing, and you will see how much time each option will take. So if your planner is very simple, there are no stickers, the design is very easy, you can click on Fast Syncing and then it will run through the pages much faster. If you, for example, have a very big planner with 400 or 500 pages and you have a lot of links, a lot of widgets, or you also have patterns and stickers, or if you had issues in the past where some pages are missing, then I would recommend you to either click on normal syncing, which will take a tiny bit longer, or slow syncing. So let me give you here an example. It will run through each page and it will just make sure that everything is ready to be exported and that everything is in place. So once you have synced your entire planner, you can then go to Batch Generate PDF and then just generate your PDF planner like you would usually do. So let me quickly export and download the PDF file. Here is the finished planner. Let's click on January 1st. You see it opens up January 1st, and then here we can go to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6, 7, and so on. If we now click on the date flag itself, it will redirect to a different page which also has this date flag, which is here. So it now opened up where January 9th is in a weekly planner. Then here in the weekly planner, you can also click on the other dates, for example, January 12th. And then you can also click on the monthly tabs. They all are linked correctly as well. Then we, for example, can check some of the tabs within the calendar. So September 6th and 7th, 21st. Everything looks correct. And this was how to create a full 2024 digital planner with monthly pages, weekly and daily pages, where everything is linked between the monthly and daily pages as well as the weekly pages. So everything is connected. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to always message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Bye!